Welcome to the Max Podcast. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Max Podcast. I'm here with Josh and Josh. How you guys doing?
Yeah. What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up?
It's good to be back. We're in our living room right now. Yes?
When do we get to catch up on some sleep?
I don't know. You guys can probably tell I'm pretty tired. Like I just
Yeah.
asked Christy, do I look like shit?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
We don't ever stop. We've been in Florida. We get back and the golf outing.
What time did you
yesterday.
get back from Florida?
Our flight landed at like 8:30, and then I had an hour drive. So 10 o'clock when I got home after we got our bags out of.
And then you
Baggage
turned
claim.
around and came to Nashville.
Yeah.
That was Sunday.
Had a little bit of a home ordeal that I had to deal with
Yeah.
Yes.
Monday morning or Sunday night and Monday morning, but
That extended your night a little bit.
yeah,
We
I
didn't
got
get home
about
till what?
4 hours of sleep, and then
What,
drove down here.
What, midnight?
Yeah, it was like midnight, 1 o'clock.
So we drove like 12 hours on the road, me and Dalton, trying
Yep.
to get back home so we could get ready for yesterday's golf outing that we were a part of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we
Josh.
decided to go down and hang out at Whiskey Jam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was a long day. Josh left the house at like 7
Yeah,
o'clock in the morning
After
yesterday.
getting like 4 hours of sleep. And I
Went-
didn't sleep at all in Daytona, so you can imagine that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired.
It's the networking, building the relationships, and networking never stops.
It is.
People think that we're out just hanging out with people at Whiskey Jam and doing golf outings, but that's all part of building relationships with people and businesses and
Yeah.
moving
It
forward.
never stops.
Never
Like, look at
stops.
Josh right now.
Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm asking a question to Dalton because we had a very good time yesterday, and I want to make sure I give a shout out to the company that put the golf outing on. And right now I'm having a brain fart and I can't think of the damn name. So
Okay. Well, the golf outing was great. It was here in Nashville. And Josh, I think,
Was it-
had a few drinks maybe on the
I had
golf
way too many drinks.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah. So he was up at 7 o'clock. They left the house and went directly to the golf course, right? And then was
yeah.
there all day until last night. Josh got in at
Till
like
about-
6.
Yeah, I got here at 6.
Yeah, and then
That's about when they got back to Bailey's house.
yeah, we went to Whiskey Jam. Well,
So
we
you
went
were-
to Loser's Bar, which is at Loser's Bar, and then Whiskey Jam, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colby Calais played at the end.
Yeah, so did Jelly and Brantley.
Jelly and Brantley.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
we
that
were
was
kind of
fun.
walked
That was
in late
amazing.
on that one, but
After they've been out golfing all day with you guys.
Yeah, they were on the golf
yeah, they
course.
looked like I did, but they were on stage performing.
Yeah.
Pretty
Chase Rice
impressive.
was there. He was just chilling.
Yeah,
there.
Chase is there. We had Sam Hunt was out there, Brantley, Rascal
Oh,
Flats.
Aaron Lewis.
Aaron
Lewis,
Lewis was out there. Kane Brown, of course Bailey.
You said the Florida Georgia Line guys.
There was a ton. Yeah, it was almost every artist you can think of. If they weren't out performing somewhere else across the country, they were there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it
That's
was
awesome.
awesome. It was pretty cool.
It was to raise money for.
Yeah, for veterans, folks that's went over and fought for us that have come back to the country and they're trying to tell their story. So the way they do this, and I wish Dalton was in here with us on this one. I know he's a veteran, and it hit home with him. It was pretty awesome. So what it is veterans like to tell their story, and they like to tell it through music, right? And they get with these songwriters and artists, and they tell their stories of what they went through and how they either got through it or some of the things they've approached, during their life as being in the military. And these artists have wrote songs and created these songs off of these folks' experiences, and it kind of lets them.
So it's a networking opportunity.
It's
for
really
them
cool,
too.
and they help these veterans, get back on their feet, give them a place to kind of voice what they've been through and stuff. And of course, music. I think everybody has a certain feeling with music. I know that I utilize it to motivate me.
Right.
That's one of my biggest pieces of music. Is it motivates me when I listen to it. Maybe it takes you out of a certain slump that you're in, and you listen to a positive
I think
song.
that's why people
it helps.
resonate with songs. That's why.
That's what music's for.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's for. But
Makes
that's
you
really
feel
cool.
a certain type of way, or
Yeah,
if you're in a certain mood, you want to listen to certain types of music.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was super cool. Yeah, so good getting out there and of course, we're out there golfing, and I'm not a golfer. I can tell you that right now. Like, it's been years since I golfed. So us trying to golf and hit the ball. Bailey played really well.
Well, he plays really good golf. You, especially at Top Golf, like when we go to Top Golf, it goes really far.
He goes really far, but
right.
he likes to go to the right. So I got to figure out, I'm going to put in my hands or my wrist or whatever I'm doing wrong. I'm going to get some lessons and get back on the golf course and start going because, but we all just had a good time. It wasn't about that.
Yeah,
we played Scramble.
Really about who won.
Yeah, it was fun. We drank a lot and laughed. Me and I think we've got some video of me and Bailey, or actually Bailey was chasing me on a golf cart. Like I was on my own golf cart, and Bailey was on his, and he decides he wants to start chasing me like we're bumper cars. Billy Cal's sitting next to me, and Wayne's with Bailey, and they're both freaking out, thinking they're gonna get thrown out of the golf cart. And we're running around, and I'm like dodging trees, trying to lose Bailey, and like a big no is to
get on the green.
Get on the green, and I was heading right towards it, and I had to turn really fast to not hit the green, and everybody's freaking out. You're gonna get on the green. You're gonna get on the green, and I missed the green, so we were good. But
nobody freak out.
It was just a good time, man. Hanging with folks, those guys are all like family. And then going to Whiskey Jam last night. Us three and Dalton. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a really good time. We got to see a lot of great people. If you guys have never been to Whiskey Jam, it's a place here in Nashville that artists
go to.
Losers
Bar.
Yeah, it's a Losers Bar. It's a place where artists perform in front of quite a few folks.
It's a
Pretty much
parking lot. It's a
everybody
parking
has
lot
played
party.
Whiskey Jam at one
Yeah,
point.
Morgan, Nate, Jelly, Bailey.
It's
almost
like
like
type thing.
Yeah,
Everybody
when
does it.
you play inside first, it's part of your gig. I think it's the way I've been explained is when you're first starting out as an artist, they let you play inside, and then once you start getting bigger, then you get the opportunity to play outside. And then once you play outside, it kind of starts your journey to becoming an actual larger artist.
Yeah, they have big artists play outside too, though.
They do.
Yeah, if you've never been to Nashville.
Well, Jelly and Brantley were on there
Right.
last night.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they were
Having a good
special
time?
guests, man. They're rocking it.
They were a special guest. They just played one song, but it was awesome from what I could hear from the street since we were late. But it's Losers Bar is a really cool place. If you come to Nashville and you're used to going just to Broadway or whatever, like there's so much more to Nashville than Broadway. There's the Red Door and Losers Bar, which is they're kind of hole in the walls.
Why were we late, Christy? I think me and Josh were there ready to go. We were waiting on somebody.
We were late because we would have made it if you guys were ready when I got to Bailey's. Because I got there and then I sat there and I sat there and I sat there and you changed your pants.
Yeah.
And Dalton was half asleep on the couch and
then we had to wait on.
Then we had to wait on
Dylan's car
and Gavin.
Eric went to go get Bailey water at Target because he's got to have special water. And it's like he took the wrong vehicle.
That took an hour, and so we had to wait on Dylan.
We walked right up.
That frame of the camera. You want to come this way a little bit?
Yeah, we walked right up a little bit on the end of Jelly and
I won't bite you. Not right now.
I'm just trying to stay in my own little pace.
It was still fun, though.
So I start getting messed with.
I mean, as soon as we parked and we were walking over there, the crowd was going crazy. We knew somebody was up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then you could hear it,
Jelly.
and I was like, man. And they sang Son of the Dirty South. And
badass song.
Love that song. It was fun, though. Yeah. It was a good time. Drank some Fireball. Always drink Fireball. You guys know that?
Yeah, Chrissy doesn't drink very often. She really doesn't.
I really don't. You guys might think I do because it
she
shows
does
like
not.
I make sure the party stays going, but
she got a little tipsy last night.
I was sticking glow sticks in Josh's ears.
She was pissing me off. I was in the passenger seat coming home, and I'm half lit, trying to sleep, and all of a sudden I get like these things getting stuck in my ears, and then she keeps doing it. You know how like a little kid when they won't just pestering you.
Yeah.
That's what it was like because they did, and I started getting frustrated because I was half lit.
Yeah. You were fine. You were fine.
Because I don't ever clean my kids' stuff out of the car because they always need toys for the next trip.
I don't know how old that Prime was in the back seat. And I was like, what
sorry,
is it?
Justin. She finished off your Prime.
No, I left some in there. It's fine.
Yeah, they love that Prime.
Yeah. What is Prime?
Yeah, I was about to say, what is Prime?
It's a hydration drink that Logan Paul's part of. I don't know if he's sole owner or probably partnered with somebody on that, but it's a brand that he's pushing, and they're actually really good. They have, I don't know, 5 or 6 different flavors, and my favorite's the ice pop. It's the red, white, and blue one. And then they have a couple others, but my boys love them, so I get them.
So they're like a
What's it,
Powerade.
a Powerade or what is it?
No, it's not. Well, I don't know.
Gatorade.
We had to get Logan Paul on to tell us about it, I guess.
Yeah. Logan, you
Heck
want
yeah.
They've only got
listen?
like 10 or 20 calories in them, so they're not
Like sugary.
yeah,
They're
not
not like a
sugary.
sugar drink.
But
That's cool.
it just says on the bottle that it's a hydration drink, not like a sports drink like Gatorade, but it might be similar. I feel like it's kind of in between Gatorade and what water is,
Okay.
but
Gotcha.
I'm not 100% sure.
Interesting.
But they're good.
It was good last night on the
Yeah.
floorboard. I don't know how long
Yeah.
it had been there.
There was probably a snack or two back there too, some fruit snacks.
I'm sure there probably was. I didn't.
What does Jackson eat all the time? Every time I see him, he's got a chocolate in his hand. What is
Yeah.
it? Nutty bar?
Yeah, that's what he had down there. Well, we just stopped at that wall.
Every time I see him, he's got a nutty bar in
had
his hand.
his box of nutty bars there. So at the gas station,
Like
so I
Nutter
grabbed
Butters?
the
Yeah.
box of
He
those.
loves
So the
them.
boys had some snacks because, we didn't have Christy with us this weekend, so we didn't stop at the grocery store to put food in the house when we got to the Airbnb. So we just got a few snacks,
No,
some
it was like
waters, and
you guys were on your own.
we weren't there a whole lot really, but when we did, they door dashed or
I
we got
rely
food before
on
we came in.
the other Christy to help with the snacks.
Yeah,
I'm
she
not the
always
best.
She's really
Christy
good
always-
at that.
Christy always makes sure that we have snacks and we have.
We did miss you.
Oh,
We did.
Yeah, it was.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
good.
You're always usually at all the shows with us.
We managed because
But
It was
just
weird
not
though.
the same, huh?
we
No,
can
it
still
was
get
different.
it done, but it would have been easier with you there.
For sure.
I'm
Yeah, it
glad
felt
somebody
weird.
notices.
It
Thank
felt
you.
weird.
Yeah.
Like you usually go everywhere with, well, at least with me because we're together all the time. But
Yeah,
I think that's the first time we've ever been to a show.
No, you went to
Where else have I went to?
that one show last year with Robbie.
Oh, that's right in Texas.
and we had to be in SEMA in Vegas for a few
Yeah.
days without her.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That's
I was
that's
glad I
normal,
wasn't
though.
there for
She
that.
usually comes in a couple days later, but
yeah, that's a long trip. What were we there 10
10
11
days.
That's a long.
yeah,
SEMA
we're
is
getting
a
ready for that
long,
again. That's gonna be coming up
Yeah.
soon. I mean, it's coming faster than what you know.
You know what else is coming up? Tailgate and Tall Boys.
I can't wait.
How
man.
many days out are
Dude,
we?
Wayne and Billy were in town. So Wayne and Billy, they're the owners of Tailgate and Tall Boys Music Festival, and they came in town yesterday for the golf outing. And
Wayne's a trip.
Wayne Klein is a trip, man.
He's gonna come on the
He owns
podcast.
Cruisin' Bar back in Peoria,
Peoria.
Illinois. Two of them,
Two of
and
'em,
he's just a fun dude, man. Always having a good time. He came in town. Billy's not a drinker, and yesterday Billy started drinking on the golf course a little
You could
bit.
tell he was tired last night.
So
He
last
loved
night he was a little tired because he's not used to that stuff. But
Yeah.
two great guys. But dude, I'm just telling you, like we were talking yesterday about the experience that we're about to put on here in June at the Tailgate and Tall Boys Max show, and I'm excited for it, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people understand like how fun a music festival is.
Well, a music.
Unless you've been to a
festival-
music festival, but I know a lot of these truck folks, G folks have not. They've been to just a regular show.
Yeah.
And I know
And-
we've talked about this a couple pods or programs we've had on the podcast, and I
But
don't
we've
know,
never
man.
really gone into detail, honestly, what Tailgate and Tall Boys. We haven't really said. We keep mentioning it that it's June 15th, 14th through the 17th.
Yeah, it's 14th through 17th. It's really 14th through 17th because there's a
A
pre-party.
pre-party on Wednesday.
And that's all music related. That has nothing to do with trucks and that
trucks.
kind of stuff. Vendors will set up on the 14th of June. But yeah, it's
It's a
14th
really
to
good time. Like, so the festival itself is, I mean, it's a music festival with, the 40, 50,000 people that come to it. I mean, we're talking about, we have, Kane Brown, Bailey, we have Jelly Roll and Nickelback on Saturday night, and then a lot of other artists.
Lainey
but-
Wilson,
Lainey
Park McCollum on
Wilson,
Thursday.
yeah.
For some reason, you always forget about those two.
Okay,
Two massive artists.
Yeah.
sorry. Lainey and Parker, I apologize.
Yeah. Chelsea Lynn, which
Yes,
Trailer
Chelsea
Trash
Lynn
Tammy's
is
She's
the
hosting
host.
the whole weekend.
She's-
The
and
host the whole
she
weekend.
is
Just her
a
alone.
riot. Yes,
Yeah.
she's hilarious.
Yeah, she's great.
She's hilarious. If you guys don't know who Trailer Trash Tammy
You need to go look
is,
her up.
or her name's
Do you
Chelsea
still have
Lynn.
that calendar from last year?
I gave it to my dad.
Oh,
Well, I hung it on my dad's wall, and then he got pissed. So I don't know if it's still there
I
or
don't
not.
think
But
it was your dad that got pissed. I think it was your mom that got pissed.
her calendar. I'm getting
don't
another
be
calendar.
don't be talking ill of Stacy.
That's right.
She's my buddy.
Yes, I want to bring it up on my phone. That's why I'm messing with my phone, guys. Tailgates and Tall Boys has 5 events now that we'll be, helping and putting on. The first event that comes up is Tailgate and Tall Boys in Clinton, Iowa, June 8th through 10th. They have Tim McGraw and Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
That one does not have
No.
trucks.
No trucks there. We have talked about potentially putting just a Jeep show there, though. next year, 2024. So that's
If you guys want to see a Jeep
potentially
show
in the
there, let us know.
yeah, it's in Iowa, Midwest. Midwest has a lot of Jeeps.
Yeah.
It really does, especially Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Indiana.
Oh, there's Jeeps all over the Midwest.
Dude, it's crazy. Like we seen that, down in Daytona. You ask where people are from. Like, oh, I'm from Illinois. I'm from Indiana. I'm like, really? Came all the way down here, which I guess we travel for.
Yeah.
Because you just don't see as many folks travel
Yeah.
across the
Plus
We
country.
just don't
people-
realize everybody else travels as much as we do too.
Correct.
Yeah, people from the Midwest, we like to see the beach every now and then. So
Yeah, and then you got the one that the Tntmaxxed is on June 14th and 17th in Bloomington, Illinois.
that has all the trucks.
Has all the trucks, Jeeps, side by sides, and so on. Massive lineup. And then you got the one in July 27th through the 29th. It's in Taylorville, Illinois, and that is a side by side off-road park.
That is the muddiest
It
place
is
I've ever seen.
insanely fun.
Our trucks were covered.
Like 5 minutes
We-
of pulling in, somebody
Oh, my.
like the whole side of Bailey's truck got this big 4-wheeler came up and like turned and just mud
Yeah.
went flying and it was like
he did a burnout. Right?
and I was like, oh my gosh. So it was dirty. It was a lot dirtier than I like to be.
it was dusty.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm cool with being muddy, but dusty and
I'm
dirty.
not the off-road
We had some
part.
white shirts sitting on our table, and
they were brown.
Yeah, I think we had to toss the ones that were on
Yeah,
top.
they were brown.
We
It
did.
like
Yeah.
turned the ink. Like
Yeah.
there was so much dirt and dust flying.
I still have dirt on my big truck from that show. I think in places seriously that I've
Yeah,
never
that
been
have
able to get
gotten
out
like
of.
in the bars. I mean, it
So
was.
that won't happen again. We will not take our trucks to that show. We'll take our side by
Plus,
sides.
I mean, that wasn't the place for me. They were looking at us like we
Yeah,
had
we didn't
four
know.
heads.
we didn't know.
We've
We
never
thought
been
we'd
there
bring
before.
something different.
Yeah.
It was still a great time. Jelly Roll
Oh, if
performed
you
last
like off-road
year.
events, they're gonna
But it
have.
was. They had big mud trucks there. There
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
There's
huge
everything.
we
trucks.
need to
They
build
had a
one
big
of those. Dude.
glory. what
We
is
really
that?
do. We need to build
Yeah.
a big ass mud truck. Think how much fun that'd be.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not bullshitting. Like,
Can we have that in our budget next year, Chrissy?
Oh,
Can we
yeah,
do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, in that big budget that's just
We'll
sitting
tell
there
him to
waiting.
send you the bill.
Yeah,
He'll
okay.
take care of it, and we're the vision.
You better
and we'll get it
start
built.
that OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No, but
Just kidding.
that's a
Nobody's starting
fun.
OnlyFans.
No.
That is a fun show.
Never know.
Just because it's side by side the dirt world. So we'll be
Never
going to
say
that.
never.
Never say never.
We'll
might
be going. We'll
might
be going
star in somebody else's.
Yeah, you never know.
Never know.
So we'll go to that
Yes.
just to hang and chill.
That's a good time.
Bailey's
Bailey's headlining.
perform. Yes, headline at that show.
Atlas is playing. I think it's
Atlas, Young
and-
Gravy. I think Young Gravy was at that one, or that's the one in Michigan. But there's another Tailgate and Tall Boys. It's in Auburn, Michigan, on July 28th or 20th. Bailey's
That's the
headlining
day
that one too.
before Taylorville, right?
It is. So
So-
they're Bailey's performing, and then they're going to get him and then bring him down to Taylorville like they did last year with Jelly Roll.
Right.
Mhm.
So he'll perform at both of those. Super cool events. And then
I
they've
wonder if
had,
Bailey's gonna have his brand new bus out there.
oh, he
It-
will. Yeah, it's gonna be trash.
It's white.
Taylorville.
It's white too. So
It's
Yeah.
white.
yeah, I'll tell them, hey, you might want to rent a bus for this one.
You might want to rent something not as
Yeah,
white.
don't take that nice one in there.
And then it's a wiffle ball tournament, right?
Yeah, so the week
Yes.
after that we got a busy.
When are we
busy
gonna
July.
practice for wiffle
You guys
ball?
need to practice.
I don't know when you get in that
Terrible
backyard and
last
start
year.
hitting some balls.
Yeah.
We got slaughtered last year.
Yeah, I'm
Really?
pretty sure that backyard's not big enough, really, for.
We get the whole neighborhood to come in. We just have a big practice, get everybody. Surely there's some other people here who want to hit some balls.
Yeah, well, you guys
Yeah.
definitely need to practice.
We'll get ready for it.
Yeah.
And then the final event for Tailgate and Tall Boys for this year is the one in Rockingham in November.
That one's gonna be really
7th and
big.
18th. May 8th, our artists will be announced.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's an exciting announcement.
Exciting announcement. It's going to be a great first-year show.
It's actually a second-year show, kind of,
It is, yes. Eric,
because it was Dirty South last year.
it was. Yep. Excellent show last year. They're just bringing the music in. Nothing really changing besides the music's coming in.
Yeah.
that
So you
and
guys
the
will get
venue's
tickets.
all revamped, so it'll be.
Oh yeah, it'll be
That's
great.
correct. They're
Yeah.
redoing the whole track right now. It used to
Yeah.
be a NASCAR track, so they're trying to bring that back.
Right.
So they repaved the whole track. They're putting all new lighting in, blowing out sections of bleachers and putting new stuff in. It's going to be nice.
Yeah.
It's all going to be done by our show.
Yeah, and that has cars, bikes, trucks.
Everything.
You can bring anything. Everything. There's gonna be slide pits. There's a burnout
Jeeps.
pit.
We're going to have a lot of Jeeps out there. We're going to do. We may
yeah, a
even
lot
do
of
an off-road course for Jeeps. We're thinking about that right
There's
now.
plenty of room to
Yeah.
do it. We should.
Yeah.
Like an
So
obstacle
after
course.
seeing what happened down in Daytona,
Yeah.
I was like, we need to do something different.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this would be really cool to do so.
Because there's the space. I mean, there's so much space there for trucks and vehicles.
You think it doesn't have to be a Jeep. I mean, a truck can go off road and do that kind of shit too.
Or like a Bronco or whatever. Yeah, but that's going to be a really good show. That's going to be a really big show. So if you guys are, that's in North Carolina, Rockingham, North Carolina.
17th and 18th
of November. So put that on your list. That's going to be a really, really good show. And hopefully the weather's good this year. Usually it is down there. Usually the weather's pretty mild. So we're hoping for a good weather weekend.
Yeah.
A little chilly last year, but that was very odd.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
Right?
You know, back to the Tailgate and Tall Boys, because you said, well, let's talk about that. Everybody asks, like, why are you? we heard over social media platforms that the only reason why we're bringing music in is because we can't put on a truck show, right?
Yeah.
I think I heard that, right? And no, that's not the reason. For businesses and me being a business owner, it's all about the ROI when you go to a show.
And here's the thing, like, a lot of people go to the shows and we see the same people. We see the same people, and it's awesome. Every show's like, we get so excited because it's like, oh, it's like the first day of school every time you go to a show. Sometimes you see everybody at one show. Sometimes you see people at different shows. And it's just a really good networking event. But when we're talking about a return on investment, which is an ROI that we're talking about, for companies, by the time you get later in the year, and we all know this because it gets, you get your T-shirts and you get everything that you need at the beginning of the year, and it just kind of...
Just repetitive.
It's repetitive. It becomes an industry party, and we've all seen each other all year long. And the whole point of these companies' marketing, like the whole point of a show, is to market new products, to market new items, to sell merch, or to whatever it is that this company is trying to do, right? To sell hooks or to sell bumpers or to sell wheels and tires. So by the end of the year, you've sold to the same people over and over again, and that doesn't much make sense. It's kind of a flawed scheme of things when it comes to the show scene. So we thought when we went last year and we saw the amount of people, when I tell you that I've never seen people so excited. How many people were coming up to the booth that had never heard of Fury
We didn't bring
tires?
enough shirts.
We didn't bring enough shirts. I sold out of everything. But not only that,
it would have
they've
taken
never
us
seen
3 truck shows to sell that many shirts.
People
is
were
what we sold.
asking about, I've seen these tires. Where do I get these? I've seen this. Where do I get this? I've heard of those bumpers. I've always wondered where I could buy those, because you got to think you're marketing to people who are not in the truck industry. So in this industry, you have to continue to find new ways to market products and to build this industry up. And I feel like that is why if we put companies, ourselves included, in front of 40 to 50,000 new faces,
right,
that works for everybody. Plus, it's a great time. It's a great time for people who are just, even if you don't have a business and you just own a truck, you're putting your truck in front of a bunch of new faces to market yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge because those are people that maybe aren't on your Instagram, but will be. Those are people who, you might, network with somebody and meet somebody. And I mean, it was an awesome experience.
You're just exposing yourself to the normal, average, everyday people that are concert goers that also have a truck passion or a Jeep passion, and they want to do something to their vehicle.
Especially the Midwest,
and
you got
you're
farmers
putting in front of them.
Yeah, they
like,
have trucks.
There's that new tire that just came out. Well,
I've only heard of
I can
those.
talk to the guys who make it. And
when you see the folks
and
coming to the music festival to watch the music, go out and look at the parking lot.
Right.
And see what
it's
they drive.
mostly trucks.
Yeah.
It's mostly trucks.
Everybody's
or
got
Jeeps
theirs
or something. Yeah.
Diesel
There was
truck,
over 1,000 RVs.
They're there.
Yep.
Yeah. There was over 1,000 RVs there last year.
What'd they pull those with?
What'd they pull them with? Dualies, trucks.
Yep.
And every one of them were either needed wheels on them or they already had wheels on them, but they want new wheels.
We made so many connections last year just from that show alone. And
hitch companies.
Yeah.
I can only imagine like Gen Y or Bulletproof or one of those hitch companies coming to this show and seeing all these vehicles pulling these trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole new market.
It's crazy.
And it's people that, like I said, are not necessarily, because Instagram, you don't realize how many people are not on Instagram.
Yeah, you don't reach as many as you think.
And how many people have jobs, they don't necessarily look at Instagram all the time, and they might look at it occasionally, and they see these things and think it's out of reach, and it's not. And that's why we're bringing this. We're like, hey, we want to bring the companies that we love so dearly and are so grateful for in this industry. We want to bring them new faces. So I think that's part of it is for you guys to understand that we didn't bring music because we couldn't hold a truck show.
Right. My partner, Robbie, has put on some of the largest and
Keg
baddest truck
Media,
shows.
for those of you that don't know, Robbie Bryant
has put on some of the best truck shows in the country for years.
He's probably the
He's
biggest promoter in the truck
by
industry.
far. Yeah. So it definitely isn't that. We're trying to create an experience like no one's ever seen before.
And
yes, it's extremely expensive. It's not a money grab. I can promise you that. When you got $5 million just an artist, we're trying to change the way that these shows are being done.
Right.
Because we talk to companies every day. I ask them, what do you want? What do you want to see? What do you think will work? And that's what we're hearing. So that's what we're doing.
And it adds to the experience for tailgates and tall boys. These people that are coming to watch the music festival also get to see a truck show.
And that's, if you guys have never been to an all-day music festival, so the music starts at like 1.
1 or 2, 3, just depending on the festival.
It depends on the festival. So the music starts in the afternoon, but people are milling about. You're getting lunch, you're getting food. You're not necessarily standing in front of the stage the whole time. The eyes are
Some
not
of the
always
best food trucks too.
Oh,
it's not
Man,
not like
those
county fair
potatoes,
food.
I mean they're really good food trucks.
Yeah.
And the thing is they're not just eyes on the stage the whole time, because there's breaks in between. There's a DJ playing. There's people milling about. There's experiences like bull riding. There's axe throwing. There's an escape room. There's the Tito's experience, which is really cool. You walk through the Tito's thing, and there's a tasting. There's the El Bandito tequila experience.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, there's a party. There's a pre
El
and post party tent that's like a 300 by 80 tent, massive tent that's going to be right in the middle of where all the vendors are at, and there'll be vendors set up around there, of course, trucks and stuff, and cars, or not cars, but Jeeps. That has a stage in there, has other things going on, bars and different things, music. It's going to be
so you can go around and then you can shop the vendors at the same time and look at all these trucks and see things, and it's going to be a really cool experience. It's an overall experience. It's not necessarily
that's what it is. Yeah.
A truck show. I mean, it is a truck show, but it's an experience. The music, there's, like I said, bull riding, axe throwing, escape room. There's tequila tastings. There's so many things.
Yeah, and folks will say, man, $199 for a registration is expensive. Is it really, though? You look at the other shows that we go to, and you look at what you get. I think, what's some of the other shows? Like,
well, I mean, just
125 at Orange Beach Invasion, which I think is a great price.
Yeah.
Amazing show. That's
but
just
that's
a park.
no concert tickets with it.
That's nothing else. And you're getting, so when you pay the $199, you're obviously registering your vehicle, but you're also getting 2 free GA concert tickets for the entire event.
And that's for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Wednesday through Saturday.
Wednesday
for every
Saturday.
single artist.
Yeah, you're
if
not
I would
getting
go
just
and buy
one day.
a ticket for just Nickelback or Joe, you're going to pay $300 or $400 just for one ticket.
Yeah, and so you get 2. You get to bring yourself and a friend.
And how many artists are there? Like 30 artists?
Over 30 artists,
30.
yeah. Of
and
your best
for
person in the country.
$200, and you get to enter a truck show.
And you're seeing quality artists. I mean, these are not artists.
No.
I mean, these are quality.
These are not the artists you're seeing playing in a bar on the weekend. These
I
are
was
folks
talking to Bama earlier today, and he was telling me about Kane. Kane just did Stagecoach, and his production for Stagecoach was lasers, confetti. There was fire. There was all kinds of stuff. He's like, he was shooting confetti in the audience and lasers. That's his production for this year. So think about the production these artists are bringing in. I mean, we're talking about $500,000 in production costs.
I can't wait to see Jelly Roll's new production.
Oh, his production's amazing. So
I
you guys, when I
seen
say
anybody.
you put on a show, like these guys put on a show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be on the largest stage, too. The largest stage that you can possibly get to. It's the one that Morgan plays on, on his tour.
It's the biggest one that rental company has.
It's the biggest one they make. It's a 750. It's massive. So these artists are going to be putting on a show, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
And there's 2 other stages to the side of it, right?
There is. There's other stages that plays other smaller acts throughout before the headliners come on. You'll have different acts playing. We have a middle stage that the crowd is so big and there's so much room, and it
has to project the sound.
It has to project the sound to the other people that are back there, and there's a big screen so they can see it. So they feel like they can still be a part of the concert and see it, even though they're way in the back. So make sure you get there early. A lot of folks, that's why they come and camp.
Yeah, it's first come, first served.
100%. So
it's all standing.
And what's cool about this year, what they did last year when you had VIP, you were the only ones able to be up front, right?
Right.
It's part of the VIP. You're out by stage. This year, what they've done is VIP and GA. So your folks that's registered your trucks and got your GA tickets, you have an opportunity if you get there early and you set yourself up. You could actually be up on the
right
front
up
stage
next to the
too,
stage.
on the left side. So they split it this year, which is awesome. The only thing the VIP really gets, which is great, you can drink alcohol, drink regular beverages, your food. You get a shirt, and then you obviously get access to
So if you upgrade those, I think it's $3.99 to
$3.99
upgrade.
if
If
you
you have a
upgrade.
truck registration.
If you
have a truck registration, it's $3.99 to upgrade to VIP.
Yeah, and if you don't have a truck registration, you're just trying to buy tickets. It's $500.
And that's for the both
Yeah.
both the tickets, right?
That's one.
That's one.
That's per
That's
ticket.
per ticket.
That's
Per
per
ticket.
ticket.
It's $3. But so a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, $3. And that does sound expensive, right? But if you think about it, a beer.
It's all you
Okay,
can
so you
eat
can't
and
bring
drink.
outside alcohol into a festival. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, so no coolers inside the music festival. You can have them out
You
in
can
your
have them
vehicle,
out in your
trucks,
vehicle,
tents, campers,
yeah.
but not in the festival.
Not in the festival. I mean, that's pretty standard for every
Right.
kind of music,
Right.
but there's alcohol sales there, and beers are not cheap. So when you're talking about $3.99 and you get all you can drink and all you can eat all weekend,
for the whole week.
Right.
you could spend that in one day. You can get your money's
Yeah.
worth in one day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you get a T-shirt, you get a cool experience, you get closer to the stage, you get priority entry. So when you're coming in, you don't have to wait in lines, and you have your own separate entry point. So that's
Yeah,
cool too.
it's gonna be super cool. And then we'll have trucks staged throughout. Obviously, all the vendors. There'll be trucks staged as you come through the entrance. There'll be certain trucks staged in the VIP area. We're working on having trucks up by the stage. I mean, it's gonna be really
it's
cool.
going to be an
So,
experience.
next year, because we started this getting approval and the marketing piece going and all that stuff, we didn't have time to add in like burnout pits and different things, truck pulls. I think next year we'll have those two things added into this event, which will make it even
Maybe
better.
a dyno.
Yeah.
Maybe dyno, some other things to just make it even better. The Rockingham show though
Has slide pits.
already has all that slide pits,
A dyno.
dynos, burnout pit,
It
truck
has it
pulls.
where you run over cars.
Yeah, it'll have all that, and then we're going to try to put in possibly. I'm not telling you that we're going to do this, but we're going to look into it. Is the Jeep thing, the off-road park?
The
Right.
obstacle
Try to maybe
course.
bring that in with dirt and stuff. So certain things we're looking at. This is going to make it different than what other shows are doing.
And there will be camping available at Rockingham too this year. So if you guys are
Yep.
planning to camp, I think tent camping for Bloomington is sold out. There is no more tent camping available. So
Check and see. I
um,
think they were adding more RV spots.
maybe they were adding tent camping. Now RV spots, I think you can still get some RV spots. Maybe some primitive RV spots, which is like not with full hookup.
Mhm.
Right.
But there is no more tent camping. But next year, if you guys plan early, because they do sell out fast. So for Rockingham, start thinking about this. You
Yeah.
guys can go to RV Share and rent an RV. Did you guys know? We know that. 'cause
Yeah, we
rented
did
one.
this. We're doing this. year.
But you can rent an RV, which is pretty much the same price as an Airbnb. You split it with a couple people, and you camp, and you never have to leave.
Yeah, they come and set the
Right.
RV up and then take it down.
Yep. You don't have to touch anything. It's pretty
So it's
freaking
not
amazing.
another thing that we have to haul there.
No, we don't have to
Right.
mess with it. We don't have enough trucks and trailers, I don't think, to haul
I know.
an RV.
Or people to drive them.
Or people. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess we could get the trucks and trailers. We just need the people.
Yeah, that'll be a cool experience. It's the first time we've ever done that, so I'm kind of pumped to see how that works.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. And, when you're at a show, because these shows, obviously I said it starts at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but it goes until like 1 a.m. So we're talking about after parties and things like that. You don't want to be driving back to an Airbnb. So think ahead.
Right.
Get a
Yeah.
camping spot.
It's gonna be super cool.
RV Share. Yeah.
Yeah. Overshare.com. Giving them some
Give them a plug.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, but if you guys want to register and you haven't yet, I suggest doing so because Bloomington is it only has 400 registrations available, and we're getting close to
Yeah,
that number.
we're
So
almost there. I think they were going to cut it off at May 26th, but I don't know if we'll make it there to that point. But
How many
Uh,
registrations are there for Dirty South?
oh my lord,
2,000?
we've got so
2,000.
much room.
Yeah, the
we're
cap
we're
is
put
like
a cap
two-
like 2,000 because we're going to utilize the infield and around the surrounding actual track itself to put people on, so we can hold a lot.
yeah, so
That's a
gonna be
show
big
that's
one.
going to grow and grow and grow because this first year, great artists. Next year, they're really putting
It's gonna
time
be
and the money
big.
in on
Yeah.
on some big time artists coming through there. It's in the South, man. It's in North Carolina, so they love it
Yeah.
down there. That's like that red dirt. It's almost
Yeah.
like Texas.
I think it's going to be a really big show.
It was a
Plus,
good
once
turnout
people,
last year.
yeah, once people see
And the weather was pretty
Cold.
frigid.
Yeah,
it was cold.
Yeah.
Just say it. It was cold. It was really cold. We were freezing. But North Carolina, that's not normal. They said so. I hope.
Yeah, hopefully the weather's a little better this year.
I mean,
Definitely helps. Weather was rough on everything last year.
it rained.
was.
It was either
for-
hot or
Yeah, we
cold.
got
Rained.
it at STN. It was so hot that we were boiling. I thought I died. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how we're still alive from that. Honestly, it was like being in an oven and being cooked to death. That was horrible.
yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was.
But
Well,
Yeah. So
Sounds cool,
tntmaxxed.com. If you guys haven't registered, go to tntmaxxed.com and
probably
get
only
registered.
a few registrations left. So
Yeah, we only had 400 max, and those are going to be gone probably before May 26th. And this is
vendor spots were pretty sold out. I think I've got one platinum left, which is a 20 by 40. You're in the main row.
That's presented by American Force.
Yeah, presented by American Force.
Fury KG1.
Yeah, official tire. You got KG1. Or I'm sorry, Fury tires. Official wheels, KG1 forged. You've got official bumper is Bodyguard bumpers. Official paint is KP Customs. Official suspension is Striker Off Road.
Official shop.
Yeah, official
Wolf Customs.
Yeah, Wolf Customs official shop. You've got some hosts. You got Fusion bumpers coming in as a host sponsor.
You have custom offsets, Perfection wheels.
Yeah, NSK Beamers. I mean, there's Firewire.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So basically, everybody's going to be there.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and it was crazy because it was. I knew it was going to be a challenge. You know, being between Atlantic City and Scraping, I knew it was going to be a challenge.
And that was not our choice.
Not at all. I mean, it's not my dates. It's Tailgate.
These artists are booked 2, 3, 4 years in advance.
Yeah, we talked to Wayne yesterday. And I said, "Hey, this is."
Yeah, Tailgates and Tallboys contacted you about bringing this part as an added experience to them. They're not going to change their dates because there's another truck show.
Especially when they've paid millions for artists already 3 years in advance.
No,
you have to book some of these artists.
Yeah, you don't get these artists.
You don't get a refund.
2 weeks before the show.
Right.
No, it's year, 2 years
Billy's
out.
Working
2 years
a long time out planning for this
yes.
stuff.
So these dates are set here.
Yep, and they're never going to change. That's what Tailgate and Tallboys Max is going to be going forward in Bloomington, Illinois. I talked to Wayne about it yesterday. I'm like, man, is there an opportunity to change dates? Nope.
This is
sorry. This is it.
So for those of you, I'm sorry that it's between shows. I know it's rough on the vendors and rough on, but the nice thing is it's in the middle of the country. So if you're traveling across country, you can just
stop on through.
Stop by. Yeah, just make a stop. Just make a pit stop.
Cool. Are there any potential added Tailgates and Tallboys Max events in the future?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we got some stuff in the works for sure.
Definitely not just going to keep it at 2 locations, right?
No, this will continue to grow.
This is, we have some big things. There's some big stuff coming out for 2024.
I've got something really big coming out for 2024.
Yeah.
I was talking to Josh Ross last night, and he said, you guys need to do one in Canada.
Yeah, he's from Canada.
Trucks, too.
We do. We have some builds in Canada.
Yeah. We do.
We have trucks in Canada. We got some Canadian guys.
He was saying Alberta. I've never been to Canada, so I don't know. But
I think that's where that's where
I wouldn't mind going up and checking some places out.
Right.
Scouting.
Yeah. That'd be
Canada
awesome.
would be fun. Only in the summer. I'm not going if it's cold.
No,
I'm not doing Canada in the winter.
So we can go from like July to August, and then that's it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. July or August. So, but yes, it will grow. More Tailgate and Tallboys.
They definitely love country music up there.
They do.
Bailey was up there a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's up there with Nickelback.
Yeah, I didn't realize how big country music was like in Australia and New Zealand either. Like that, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger. A lot of folks, like the songwriters, come from there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's really weird. Like everybody I've talked to.
Yeah, we were talking to some songwriters last night.
From Canada?
Listening.
New Zealand?
That kid was from Illinois, too. Like everybody's from Illinois.
I know. Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Illinois is popping off with these artists nowadays.
He was letting me and Josh listen to a new song that he wrote that he was trying to get out there. It's really good.
It's really good.
It's just crazy how you can go down there to Whiskey Jam and there's songwriters, there's singers, there's guys coming up. There's the veterans. Like everybody's there. It's like
and everybody's just hanging out in a parking lot. It's not a big deal. That's a really cool thing about Nashville. If you guys have never been to Nashville, go outside of Broadway because Broadway is just nuts.
We never go to Broadway.
No,
we really don't.
We stay away from Broadway unless Bama he likes to go down to Broadway. Bama's a Broadway boy. But there's more things outside of Broadway. The Red Door and Losers Bar, really cool places. That's over in Midtown, and it's awesome. That taco place is really good, too. That closed last night before we got tacos.
Yeah.
The Velvet Taco.
Because I had picked out what tacos I wanted and everything, and then get up there, and we closed 18 minutes ago.
Why are you looking?
Why are you still standing there at the cash register?
It's crazy.
Yeah. So, guys, come to Nash sometimes. Music City Showdown, we'll be going there.
Yeah.
That's in July this year, new dates.
Yeah, I think 7th and 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like 10 minutes from my house.
Right after I drive, right? Or
Before
I drive.
Before I drive.
Oh, okay. No,
We've got a
it's
busy
right
June
after
and
the 4th
July,
of July.
man.
Yeah.
June, July, and
I
August.
mean, this
really,
May-
because we have
really
Starved
May,
Rock in
May,
August.
June, and July are our 3 busiest months.
Well, August we
Yeah.
have the Wiffle Ball. We have Starved Rock. If you guys are in the Illinois or Midwest area, there's also Starved Rock Nationals, which is up in Ottawa. It's at Skydive Chicago. Super cool show. It's in its 3rd year. And there was 500 registrations last year?
Yeah,
There
and
was
it
like
rained
500.
every day.
And it rained, it poured, and there's a really
It was
cool
still a great turnout.
parade the night before. So there's like a nighttime parade where you turn your lights. The whole town comes out. That was really cool.
That's a lot.
That was
That's
really,
a lot
really
of fun.
cool.
But
So
then we went on the strip of the airport, and at night everybody had
microphone
lights
is
on.
sinking.
They did photos, drone footage, super cool. Just a cool.
It's just really cool, and people are like parachuting down, and you can go skydiving when you're there. You can, it's really cool.
Yeah,
So
it is.
Yeah, I can't believe you did that.
I know it's so
I'd be
much.
scared.
I was gonna do it last year
I'm
too,
not
but it
jumping
rained.
out of a plane.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
Why?
doing that either.
Why?
I've got enough bad luck anyways.
The chute
Well,
won't
listen.
open.
I can't
If
keep
you
trailer
have bad
tires
luck
on my
during that-
trailer, let alone I'm going to jump out of a plane.
If you have bad luck during that, that'll be your last bad luck.
Yeah, true.
You don't have to worry about it
I'm
anymore.
sure there's some people that wish I would fall out of a plane.
Probably the same for me.
I
Josh.
ain't going nowhere.
Josh probably wished the parachute wouldn't have opened, but
Yeah.
it did, and it was fun. So if you guys go to Starved Rock, it's Starved Rock. What's the website? srnshow.com,
SRNshow.com.
and you can register, and you can buy your skydiving ticket. So go skydiving.
Don't you still have a credit there?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It rained last year,
Yeah.
the whole weekend.
So you got to do it this year.
Yes,
It's already paid for, so you
Yes.
got to do it.
I got to do it. It was so much fun. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do it. You should do it.
I couldn't.
I dare
can't
you to do it.
I can't do it.
I didn't even. Yeah, I was worried for you, looking up there watching to see if I could find out which one was
Which
you.
one? Which one was hurtling
just
to
looked-
the ground?
Everybody had different colored parachutes. It looked like they were just tossing starbursts out of the
I
airplane,
know.
like an
Right.
orange
When you're-
one, a red
If you've
one.
never been
yellow one.
skydiving, like right before you go, so you all get in this plane, right? And you're sitting like smashed together, and you're scooting forward. And I was kind of towards the middle of the pack, so there was like 4 people that went before me, and they're just like falling out the door, right? And you're just watching, and we scooted up, and then I'm on the edge of the plane, and it was like you just look down, and then you're like, holy shit, I'm getting ready to jump out of a plane, and before you can even think about it, he's like head back, and boom, there we go, and I was like.
There's no way.
Yes, it was amazing. And I had a camera guy with me. So the camera guy is like in front of my face. He's like, make hearts, make smiley faces. I'm like, I'm trying to find my brain. Hold on. like, I just fell out of a plane. Give me 1 second.
You think you could ever do it solo?
Yes. I wanted to do it. When we lived in Ottawa,
Be an instructor. When
I
you're
wanted like after skydiving, like, so the initial fall is like super, like you're like you're hurtling to the ground.
I just hate
right?
whenever you're in an airplane and they drop 100 feet.
It
And
doesn't
your
feel
scared
like
stomach.
shit.
It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like that. Like, so everybody's
couldn't
like, the height, but it's beyond a height. Like, your brain can't comprehend how high you're looking. Like,
Yeah.
you really can't comprehend that height. So when you're sitting there on the edge of the plane for that split second, you're like, oh my gosh. And then you fall, and all the wind gets sucked out of you, like all the air. Like, it's freezing cold, and all the air comes out of your body. And then you're just, for that, like, I don't know how long it was. It felt like 10 minutes, but I know it wasn't that long.
Could not do that.
Yeah, you're just like falling, and I was trying to think the whole time because I wanted to make sure I took cute pictures, right? So I wanted to like focus on the camera guy, and he's like making these faces. I'm like, okay, smile, okay, this, okay, do that, and then
I never saw any of these pictures, so did you not have any cute ones?
none of them were very cute because my cheeks were like blowing back, and my
Looked
eyes
like
were
a
like
chipmunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I did post one picture. It's on my
Yeah.
Facebook. I think there was one that was like semi-decent. There's a whole video. Like, he took like a 3-minute video of like the whole free fall. And then you pull the chute, and he's like, okay, are you ready? And you pull the chute, and you're like, and you go back up. And then you're just floating there. Like, and like the whole time, like, I was tandem. So the guy was telling me, he's like, there's the Illinois River, and there's this, and there's
Yeah, I can
that.
imagine what the
And it was-
scenery is. I bet it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it was beautiful. And you're just,
I can
it's
see
so
that
quiet.
in an airplane, though, that I don't have to jump out
No,
of.
it's different, Josh.
Right.
It's different. It's so quiet in the air, and it's just quiet. And then he was like, I could control the chute. And you can go in like fast spirals, or you could like float around.
Well, have you
was super
seen
cool.
whenever people jump out with nothing on and then have another person jump out and catch them?
There's
Yeah.
no way I do that.
There's
Now
There's
that
no way.
that takes a
balls.
special kind of don't give a shit about life. I'm not doing that. I don't want to be splatter. If it happens, it happens. But it's an experience that everyone should experience at least once.
Yeah.
Maybe someday. I don't know. Maybe if I knew I'm dying or something, I'm like, all right, let's go do this.
That's probably about the only time I'd do it. If I knew I was dying.
You should do it while you're living.
And you're like,
you should do it while you're living.
Yeah.
My friend die today or next week, it doesn't really matter. Might as well see what it's like.
Exactly.
But that's a good time. SRNshow.com if you want to go skydiving with me or come bring your truck.
Yeah.
It's in
A lot
Ottawa,
of fun.
Illinois. Yeah.
I think it's time to close it up, guys.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you
See
guys.
you next time.
Yeah.
Watch
Thanks,
the podcast.
guys. Yep. Watch the podcast.
See you next time. Welcome to the Max Podcast.